Hi you guys, it's Tonya and I'm excited to be participating today in Limor's technique YouTube hop, and I'm going to put in the description down at the bottom all of the channels that you need to hop along to be eligible to win. And hopefully after the end of the day you will be so inspired with new techniques that you'll get in your craft room all weekend long and make some wonderful projects. So if you're following along in the order of the hop, then you probably just left Juliana's I Love Vintage Scrap channel, and your next stop is going to be Limor1278, and Limor is going to give away to everyone who puts a comment on all of the videos. You have to put a comment on every one of the videos to be eligible. She's going to be giving away a Cricut cartridge, and I have decided that what I would like to give away on my channel is going to be some of this product, which we'll go over because that's part of my technique. So I was playing around with, I've told you guys before that I love to use scraps. And normally what happens is whenever I'm finished with a project, before I start the next project, I start making cards with my leftover scraps. So I just finished my Secret Squirrely box for August, and it was a recipe theme challenge, and my box was yellow, red, and black. So these were the things that I had used inside my box. So they were my leftover scraps. So basically I just used this gingham and the red ribbon to pull in the red, and then this was a remnant of lace that was left over from where I decorated the box. And I just got this cute little spiral rose die cut from My Favorite Things. How cute is that? Anyway, they're so tiny. Look at how tiny they are. They're my finger. So I wanted to make a card using this, and I had also at my local scrapbook store, I had picked up this product called Poly Shrink, which is very similar to the product of Shrinky Dinks. Sorry, my mind is going. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm trying to get this done. But Poly Shrink plastic. Well, the thing that I liked about this that drew my attention to it was that with Shrinky Dinks, you know, we used to play with them when we were kids in Vacation Bible School. We used to make little ornaments and stuff like that, magnets for the refrigerator. But the thing is that while they were still very cool, the whole concept was very cool, the film was milky colored. And the thing that I like about this particular brand is that it's crystal clear when you shrink it. So this is basically, for those who are not familiar with this type of product, Shrinky Dinks and this Poly Shrink, what it is that you take something that is like a normal size, and you can draw on it, color it, do whatever, and then you cut out a shape and put it in the oven on 300 degrees, or I think it's 120 or 149 degrees Celsius, and you shrink it. And you know, it only takes like a minute or so. And usually I use like a toaster oven, but you know, it shrinks, and it shrinks down to, like, I think Shrinky Dink shrinks down to 1/3 of its size, and this product will shrink down to a half of the size. It's like 45% of the size of its original size. So it's awesome for making custom charms or custom embellishments or anything like that. So I was playing around with this. I found this at my local scrapbook store the other day, and the name of it is called Poly Shrink. And then it's also, just so you can see the label, it's made from the company Lucky Squirrel. How cute is that? And since I'm one of the secret squirrels, I thought, okay, I'm going to try this just because it's made by Lucky Squirrel. But I'm not quite sure where you would find it in your area. I would just do an internet search for it, because like I said, I found it at my local scrapbook store. It was not a box chain store. It was an actual privately owned local scrapbook store. So what I'm going to do is, for everyone who leaves a comment today down in the bottom, or through the weekend, I'll give you through the weekend. On Monday, I'm going to select a winner, and that person is going to win a package of this product from me. So Poly Shrink right there. How cute is this? And I'll send it to you guys, or I'll send it to one person. Okay, so this is what you do. What I did was, if you look at this original card, this is the Tim Holtz Sewing Room die. See the little, see how tiny this is? I mean, this is like a this is what, 5 1/4 inch card, a little invitation size card. So that gives you a perspective of how tiny this is. And it started out being this size. This size. Look at how big that is. Look at that. I'm going to try and hit it with the glare so you can see it. See how big that is compared to this? I mean, how cute is that? So this is what I did. You basically just cut out your die cut shape, whatever shape you want. And I'm going to put this down here so that I got a blotter. See how big this is? Love it. Then I'm going to take, I can't remember, I've filmed this so many times if I told you this or not, but before you shrink it, you can actually draw on it with permanent markers, which I have here. Or you could draw on it with, let's see, it says permanent metallic or memory markers. You can use colored pencils, use a coarser sandpaper for a harder lead, so that what you would have to do is kind of sand it a little bit and then use the color pencils. I don't know about that. I'm going to leave that to the experts. Chalk pastels, any brand of soft or non-oil pastels, stamping inks that include Perfect Pearl stamp pads, Opalite, palette hybrid, stays on. You can use this archival ink from Ranger, which is what we're going to use today. And then you can also use a block printing ink and a GoCo silkscreen inks. And you can also use Rub and Buff, Craft Tea rub-ons, Pearl-X powders, and you can also, after you do this, you can also cover it, I mean, I guess after it's been shrunk, you can cover it with a Krylon Matter Gloss finish to kind of just seal it. You can use Diamond Glaze or Dimensional Magic or Krylon Triple Thick Glaze. So a lot of products can be used on this to alter them. Super cool, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've started out by just die cutting out my dress form from the Sewing Room die from Tim Holtz. Think about this. All you steampunk people, you could use gears. You could use any, I mean, all kinds of things. So I'm going to use the archival ink. And I just have a little stamp pad. I mean, a little stamp here that I'm going to use from Tim Holtz. It's the it's this little flourish stamp that Nancy gave me. Thank you, Nancy. I've used it a lot. So I'm going to ink up my stamp really good. I've got it off to the side over here. Make sure it's inked up good. Then I'm going to take my, oh, I got something sticky on here. That's not good. I'm going to take my ink, my stamp, oh. I think I'm going to just kind of go up this way with it. Press real hard, make sure I get it in there really good. Sorry for the camera shake, guys. I'm not in my normal environment. And look at how cool that is already. Just cool. Okay, so this is what my dress form looks like now. Isn't that cool? Now, for you Copic people out there, you could come in and totally color in with your Copics on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this upstairs into the kitchen. I'm going to go ahead and bake it on 300 degrees Fahrenheit for the United States. And for you people who are outside the United States, that's 145 degrees Celsius, 49 degrees Celsius. and it's only going to bake for approximately maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Just keep an eye on it, and when it shrinks, it's going to be 1/16 of an inch thick. So it's going to be a really nice sturdy embellishment. Now at this point, before you bake it, if you wanted to make it into a charm, what I would suggest doing is taking your crocodile. Remember that the hole is going to shrink up 50%. So take the large hole of your crocodile, or I guess a crocodile or an eyelet setter. Actually, I would probably use an eyelet setter that is a little thicker hole than what the crocodile has, but just punch a hole in it now so that whenever it shrinks, the hole is accommodated for. So I'm gonna go and heat this up, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, another option for heat setting this is to use your heat tool. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that the heat tool will blow hot air, so it will blow around, and this stuff is probably going to be very hot when you do it. So just do it very slow and be very careful. And the thing is going to kind of curl up as it heats. So watch out for these itty bitty small pieces, because they could very well break in the heating process. So I'm going to try it with you guys here with the heat tool, just so you can see what it does. I'm going to get it going. And I'm just kind of holding it in place with one of my things, and I'm just going back and forth. I'm just going to go back and forth with it. See how it's starting to shrivel up? And it'll flatten back out again after it cools. Just don't let it touch. Hold on. You don't want it to break, for sure. So I'm going to pull it back down. It's going to curl. That's part of the process. But as soon as it finishes shrinking, it will quit curling. See how it flattens back out again? While this is still warm, I'm going to try and roll this back out. It's very hot. Be careful, don't burn yourself. The dress form's a little tricky because it's so fine detail. But if this doesn't want to flatten back out, just heat it back up. Don't break it off. Whatever you do, don't break it off. There we go. So you just have to kind of work with it a little bit, and then once it cools, it'll be hard again. Now that I got it flat, I'm going to try and see if I can get it to flatten back out. Oh no, don't go that way. There we go. Just let it cool. Let it cool. Once it cools and it's hard, you're home free. So there you go. There's your little shrink plastic. Now, granted, on the little dress form, the bottom might be a little goofy, but that's okay. I think that's probably my technique more than anything. And all I need to do is take a little bed of flowers and cover that up, and you will never notice it. Or just take some of your Tim Holtz scissors and just kind of trim that up just a little bit. But for the most part, how stinking cute is that? Simple, easy, and I can't wait to see how you guys do it. But how cute is this little dress form now? Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy it.